I just had a big breakthrough on how to focus my brain to focus on the present moment and how to distract my brain from overanalyzing the universal what if question. Thank you, Michele. I hope this will make me sparkle.
I wanted something custom, something that was specifically meant for me. And she delivered, like with a capital D, delivered. Working with her is this way. Emotional processing means this to me. Got my business moving forward. The fact is, saw a huge increase in my business over the last couple of years. And I want you, people looking at this video, to understand this. Doing business with Michele is going to get you the results that you want, because that's what this does. It got me to process the emotions, do business together, and it has changed my mindset, and it gets my clients to process.
Hi there, this is Michele Ho Lung, and welcome to the 21st episode of the Sparkle Experience Show. It is where we share nuggets of wisdom to help you to be a better CEO of yourself. I'm so happy that I have my co-host who is typically has my back on tech issues, Jeremy Gall. He is my chief technologist and others as well. And he shares nuggets on tech, nuggets on his platform, Market Cyclone, which is an amazing one-stop shop where it takes care of all the things that you need to do in one platform, so you're not having to, connect things here and there and be concerned with passwords and how does one handshake with the other thing and paying all the different subscriptions for all these different applications. And tonight we were supposed to have actually first Ruby White and then Catherine Sarais, but unfortunately things popped up and they couldn't make it today. So what I'm going to do is I have a treat. I will be going through the Line of Truth series of cards. So tonight, I'll just make it a very short call. He is my chief technologist and others as well. And he will come on and he shares nuggets on tech, nuggets on his platform, Market Cyclone, which is an amazing one-stop shop where it takes care of all the things that you need to do in one platform, so you're not having to, connect things here and there and be concerned with passwords and how does one handshake with the other thing and paying all the different subscriptions for all these different applications. Well, Jeremy, his platform does that for me. So what I'm going to be talking about is the Line of Truth cards. And if you go back to some of the previous sessions or the previous calls, I covered off two of the series already. The Line of Truth cards did to sparkling your health and also to sparkling your relationship. And today, what I thought I would do is I would talk about sparkling your sales. And why is this so important? It's because, sales, if we have a business and we can do things that help us to attract, to shore up our sales, then it makes life a whole bunch easier. We have more time to spend with our families and loved ones. We have more time to do the things that we enjoy. And it just becomes a very nice thing to see when we are doing things that help us to align ourselves so we are CEO of ourselves and showing up and giving off the vibes that bring our clients to us. Then that helps to bring in the sales as well, because people buy from people who are, they feel like them, who they resonate with. People buy from people who they trust, who they, they can relate to. People buy because sometimes they just like your energy, and that's the truth of it. So when we talk about sparkling our sales, these cards, what they do is, because I have this gift of sparkle that I talk about, it somehow got into these cards when I first started out doing my art. And this is why I actually started doing painting, because when I went to an art store in Toronto called Curry's, I had given a couple of these prototype cards to one of the artists who worked there in the store, and she excitedly gave it to this fellow. And he got excited, and he said to me, "You're looking at this all wrong," because I had them with the titles below on the horizontal. He says, "You need to do this, and then you need to blow them up 8 by 10 feet, and then have your own art exhibition." And I looked at it and I thought to myself, well, this is going to be impossible to reproduce, because they're very involved and there's no way you can get energy artificially into something. Everything has energy and vibration. There's no way you can actually recreate the energy that goes into something that gives you a feeling, because if you try and recreate it, it's not going to be the same. So anyway, this one is the overall card, the overall image to sparkle your sales and bring the sales in. And I have one client who, you may have seen him on the show as already in episode 6, I believe, because he spoke about finances and gave some nuggets of wisdom on what you need to be aware of when you're thinking about your finances. So what I'd like to do is very quickly show you a video of him talking about not so much these cards, although I must say he has actually purchased the whole set of the Sparkle Your Sales cards, because he says it helps to bring in his money. So with this, here's
From
Darrell.
Michelle. I wanted something custom, something that was specifically meant for me. And she delivered, like with a capital D, delivered. Working with her is this way. Emotional processing means this to me. Gotten my business moving forward. The fact is, saw a huge increase in my business over the last couple of years. And I want you, the people looking at this video, to understand this. Doing business with Michelle is going to get you the results that you want, because that's what this does. Is it got me to process the emotions, doing business together, and it has changed my mindset, and it gets my clients to process.
To Michelle,
So
I just had a
so anyway, that was Darrell, and what he really was talking about in there was his paintings. He says it helps his clients process emotionally and then get through to, looking at what he's offering in terms of their financial planning and investments and all that kind of thing. So here we have the Sparklier sale. So again, it's that energy of inviting this beautiful joy of, dealing with you in business, and for you to provide your services, your products to your clients. The next one is in the deck is this one, which is self-worth. Self-worth here, if you look carefully at it, I was amazed at this one actually, because when I was creating this image, the pen was going so fast and I had all different colors. that I was using. But if you look at this, if you look at this diagram here, what you'll notice is that you can't really see colors anywhere else except in the vertical space. So in the vertical space, you'll see, you know, the reds, the yellows, if you look carefully. The self-worth is this thing about having that value in yourself. When you are selling something, whether it's your own service or products, there is a kind of a need to have that value of yourself, to value yourself, especially if you are in the coaching or doing services where you are charging for your time doing consulting. If you don't value yourself, well, it's going to be hard for you to put a price that is valuing or honoring the value you bring to the table. So this card is actually a very powerful card, an intuitive, and she actually is a co-contributor to my book, Intuitive Abstract Art, that I published end of 2023. She actually told me that, she says, this card is my card. It's the most powerful card in the deck. So whether you believe it or not, this card actually is a really good one to maybe even sit with, take a look at when you have a moment. Now, delighted paying clients. I should explain. So the series of the Line of Truth, Sparkle Your Sales cards, there are 10 of them. And the 11th one is the overall Sparkle Your Sales card. Now, when you look at, if you are, once I finish showing you the images of all the 10 cards in this deck, which were all a download, by the way, if you take a look at the captions under each card, what you will realize very quickly is that if you have all of these covered, these items covered in your business, in your sales process, or overall, what you'll find is that you will have good sales just because they all come together to bring you everything, all the components that you require in a business to keep those sales going up and up and up and up. So delighted paying clients, we want to, in everything we do, the customer comes first when we're in business, so that we are speaking to their needs, we are catering to their expectations. We are setting also expectations and boundaries so that we're not giving away the shop and making no money at it. When, you know, that's easy to do too when you come from a space of wanting to serve and help other people. The thing is, there has to be a universal exchange of energies. So money is energy. It's neither good or bad. It is just something that when we get a product or service, we provide this thing we call money in appreciation of that service or that product that we are getting. So delighted paying clients, that's the thing. Even when we talk about ISO 9001 and what we do to get certified, and the key thing being this customer, this focus on the customer is almost always right. If you don't, now I'm not saying if you don't want to do business with a client because the client or the customer is being very difficult or is hard to deal with, by all means, there's sometimes you do want to, you know, put a cap on that and say a pleasant, you know, thank you very much, and I really appreciate your business, but please go somewhere else. That does happen too, because you have to set boundaries in your business to make sure you're catering to the needs of the majority of your happy, delighted, paying clients who you resonate with. And that's how we keep happy in our business. So let's go on to the next one, which is heartfelt referrals. If you have delighted paying clients, then they hopefully, you need to remember to ask, they hopefully will give you heartfelt referrals. And then through this process, you will keep that, always that fresh turnout in your business, because you'll be able to produce more and more to, get your message, your products, your service out to help more and more people. So heartfelt referrals, it's all with that connecting authentically with your clients and having them leave very happy, where there's that connection and there's that delight in whatever it is you're providing for them. The next one after that is increasing sales. And all these things we're talking about, it increases sales. There's things though that we can do, promotions, bonuses, gifts, special offers where you're providing something special because of a certain time or a certain space where you're delivering products and services to your customers and your clients. So these things help to increase sales, as well as to keep those delighted customers happily referring people and coming back to you. And also where you're perhaps even introducing new products and services, improving your designs and your products, so that there's a more of a enticement to come back and get more different items from you. So the increasing sales, then repeat sales. Always, it's much more cost effective to have returning customers than to have to go out and do that prospecting and conversion and all those things over and over again. It's much easier to delight your customers, keep them happy, and have them return over and over again. That is what makes us happy as business people, is when you can even let us know what it is you like, so that we can continue to do our best to serve you. Now, this one is something else again, which is increasing your sales, having income come to you from known and unknown sources. It's always nice to have opportunity pop up, and this can happen if you are being the CEO of yourself and engaging the law of attraction and taking the necessary actions and actions that are congruent with the goals you wish to achieve. When you do that, then when you keep your energy positive, high, get vibrating at a higher and higher frequency, then you can have all these beautiful opportunities popping up. And these could be contracts, it could be, new affiliations, new partnerships, the list goes on and on. It is an amazing thing when there are surprises from the universe that come to us just because we are so passionate, so excited about what it is we're providing to the world. And here's one that comes up all the time, and it comes up even with delighted paying clients, because you always have that thing, which is, how much does it cost? Not so much with the people who like to take action and go, but those who like to budget. And I'm thinking more about, how the thing I talk about, the bank code breaker codes, and that we're all part of one of those codes and a combination of the four. Those blueprint people, they like budgets, but the actions, like me, we like the image, we like the snaz, we like the bling, we like the excitement. But when you get into the objections, it is really, how do you overcome objections? This card helps with that. So, how do you actually talk about objections and get rid of the objections before they even come up, because you've already dealt with it, and how you explain what you're offering. These are all things that, as in sales and in business, we have to a lot of times learn the hard way, but there are simple ways to do it. And this is pretty deep stuff. We were not going to cover that here today, but again, overcoming objections, really important to be knowing what those objections are for your clients, to increase your sales so you can overcome them before they even pop up. Well, anyways, the next one is amazing affiliations. So affiliations are those partnerships, those relationships you have with people who can support you and you can support them in their businesses together moving forward. I believe in that, to really, connect with those people, those business people who resonate with me, and we're after the same thing, which is helping people in a big and deep way from the heart, but also with excellence, with quality, with integrity, with all those nice things. So making those affiliations and really, when you do this, it makes business so much more fun. So here we have now the thing that many people, when you're starting out, you really, even if you're not starting out, you want to increase your conversions, going to trade shows, going to putting out in a cold market, starting a new product line, whatever. We want to increase conversions. This card is about the energy of increasing your conversions and making things happen. If we can increase the conversions and get a higher converting rate, instead of being at the 5 or 10%, if you can go to 20 or 30, if you can go to 50 and go higher, hey, if you can go past 100% to 300%, those are all incredibly beautiful and possible. Everything is possible. You just have to know where to look and what to pursue, right? So now again, you could be in business, you need to be watching the bottom line. So no sense having the sales, but your expenses are higher than what you're bringing in as your profit. So profitable sales, really important. Really important to have profitable sales. And if we look at the bigger picture of that, if you look at it system wide, what is it that you have in your business? What systems do you have in place? And that's why I love ISO 9001. It's a framework. It's not something everybody has to get certified to. You can just have that as your guide as to what things make sense to have in your business so that everything operates smoothly, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and you have interactions and all of those nice things working well. People know what they're doing, etc., etc. When that happens, then likelihood is you will have more profitable sales than when you're running every day without knowing where you're going, because you're running by the seat of your pants. There are no systems, there are processes that get thrown out because it gets too busy. I talk about that in my book, Sparkle and Shine, which is, what are your processes like? Are they like sugar cubes, spaghetti, or cement blocks? Can you build on them, or are they all scrambled, or do they fall apart like sugar cubes when you add a little stress or water to them, right? So an assessment. How profitable are you? Could you be profitable? Do you need systems help? Well, those are all things I play at. So, it's a beautiful thing to just look at things objectively and see, is there an opportunity here? Is there a way to continuously improve what it is I'm doing? It doesn't have to be big improvements. Incremental improvements sometimes are the way to go, because it just gets you there just as a part of growing and learning and going about business. And then there's a time and place for those big, we need to fix it and do those big leaps, right? So all good. And so that is really the set of, we won't do that, the set for the Sparkle Your Sales series. What is it you need to do to actually sparkle your sales? And I'm just looking for the cards right now because they're right here. They're tiny. And so if we look at it, so we covered sparkle your sales, profitable sales. So think of it right now. If you just think of what the captions under each of the cards now. And as I say it, you think about it and say, okay, if I had that, if I had that, if I had that and that, if I have all of those 10 things, would I have extremely good sales? So here, sparkle your sales, profitable sales, heartfelt referrals, amazing affiliations, overcome objections, income from known and unknown spaces or sources, sorry. My favorite, self-worth, delighted paying clients, repeat sales, increase conversions, and increase sales. So if you had all of those 10 items going in your business, and actually if you were to take a look at all of those items, say where, if I were to prioritize where I could get the biggest bang for my buck right now, what would I focus on? Which of those 10 items would I want to put my attention on? And see where that goes for you. If you're interested in the deck of cards, I actually ran out. So this is my last deck. So if you do want to get are thinking you'd love to have a set of these 55 Sparkle, which is Line of Truth cards, then send me an email or drop me a note on the website for the sparkleexperienceshow.com. My contact information is there, and just say, yes, I'd like to order it. And then one of these days, I will put in an order to get them reprinted. And so I'll have them available. They are $77 Canadian for a deck. And then shipping will be extra. So who knows, maybe I'll throw in the shipping. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that run through of what it takes to sparkle your sales. And I hope that you'll join us next time on the 5th of June. Sorry, not the 5th. Today is the 5th. On the 19th of June, when we'll have Catherine Sarais, an amazing, beautiful person who, she has a gift of rephrasing something that, people are not having a hard time to understand in her own way, and it's beautiful. She is the sleep sage, and in the world today, I think one of the top desires, if not the top desire people have in the world, is to have a good night's sleep. And Catherine, next week, couple weeks, not next week, the week after, Wednesday, will share on June 19th some tips and nuggets for that, or maybe she'll surprise us and talk about something else. But do join us on June 19th. I look forward to seeing you, and I hope you have a really nice rest of evening. Bye for now, and thanks for joining me. Check out the episodes of the past episodes, and do keep well until the next time.